Friend.Tech is a new social app that everyone in the crypto space is raving about. Today we're going to take a deep dive into what Friend.Tech is, how it works, and how some people are already making money. Later in the video, I will be revealing some major red flags that you should be aware of before diving headfirst into the platform, so stick around. Now, let's dive in. Get it? Because their logo is rabbit ears? Oh, whatever. So what is Friend.Tech? Friend.Tech is a new mobile-only application built on the Base network, which is Coinbase's new Layer 2 network. The app allows you to buy and sell keys, previously called shares, which are basically social tokens for your favorite creators on Twitter. So by owning someone's key, you are basically investing in that person. The price of a key is determined by the total number of keys purchased by others for a particular person. And the value of the key goes up a set percentage every time one is purchased. This way, the value increase is the same for everyone who uses the platform. For now, you still need an invite code to join Friend.Tech. It is not completely public, and to find these codes, I just go to Twitter, go to the search bar, type in Friend.Tech invite code, and then filter by latest posts. I just sat there and kept refreshing the page until a post popped up that contained some of the invite codes, and then I'd snipe one before anyone else had the chance. To get the Friend.Tech app, you can't just go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and download it. More on this later. Rather, you need to add it to your phone's home screen using your mobile browser from the Friend.Tech website. Once you sign up, you will be asked to connect your Twitter account, and then you'll have to deposit 0.01 ETH to your account using the Base network. To do this, you deposit some ETH on mainnet and then you receive it on Base, and this is all done through the Friend.Tech app. This initial deposit funds the custodial wallet that Friend.Tech uses to interact with the smart contract that handles buys and sells on the platform, thus enabling you to access the Friend.Tech app and all of its features. That said, if you do sign up for Friend.Tech, make sure to use a wallet that doesn't hold a bunch of your funds, that doesn't hold your entire crypto portfolio. We don't know the intentions of Friend.Tech or if it can be trusted, so always use a wallet that only has a little bit of funds, or preferably just enough to deposit onto the Friend.Tech platform. Once you make your deposit, you will get one free key that is tied to your Twitter account, which someone else or even yourself could buy. So why would anyone want to use the Friend.Tech platform? Well, there are two main benefits that I see right off the bat. Number one, and likely the reason for all the initial hype, is that you can earn money buying and selling another person's key. By speculating on the top accounts to buy, you could potentially make a profit if you buy low enough and then sell the key later as the value increases. Another method that I know some people are doing is waiting for influencers who haven't yet joined Friend.Tech to join, and they're keeping a close eye. That way, once the influencer joins, they can buy their key for cheap and then sell it later once everyone floods in and increases the value of the key. And number two is to gain access to the person whose key you own. Friend.Tech offers creators a gated chat room that can only be accessed by key holders. In these chat rooms, creators might share things like alpha calls or other valuable information that people would be interested in knowing. So basically, you're just paying a one-time fee to gain access to your favorite creator and any value that they want to provide. Now, all that said, I am very aware that there is a potential to make money on Friend.Tech. People are already doing it, but is the platform sustainable long-term? Or is this just another pump and dump VC-backed rug pull that will fade once investors and founders make a majority of the money? I always like to look at both the good and bad of a project before diving in completely, before putting in money and time and going all in. I just want to make sure I have all my bases covered, and although I do see some opportunities with Friend.Tech, I also found some major red flags that I want to share with you. Before I get into these red flags, I just want to say that a lot of other YouTubers won't share them with you because they want to shill you their Friend.Tech keys. That way they can pump the value of their own keys and make money. I'm not here to do that. I'm simply here to provide you with information that I've gathered through my own research. That way you can make your own decision and decide if it's worth putting any time and money into. If you're enjoying this video, let me know by booping the like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. That said, here are my top Friend.Tech red flags. Red flag number one, the fees are outrageous, even for a crypto platform. The total fee is 10%. 5% of that goes to the platform itself, and the other 5% goes to creators. At the time of making this video, Friend.Tech has done about $40 million in transaction volume, which equates to about $2 million in profit from fees alone. But what happens after all the hype is gone? Will Friend.Tech remain? Will they stay here and keep building? I don't know. Red flag number 2 is that there is no privacy policy. I mean, come on. Before launching a business, especially a crypto project, having a privacy policy is just a no-brainer. Now, I'm sure this is temporary, but in the meantime, it's keeping users in the dark. So I'm curious to see what the privacy policy will hold once it's published. Will it be hidden behind a bunch of legal terminology? I don't know. Possibly. Probably. I guess we'll find out. Number 3, Paradigm is the main investor in Friend.Tech. Paradigm is a huge investment firm that invests in crypto companies, and currently they manage over $360 billion. They've invested in companies like Blur, OpenSea, and Coinbase, just to name a few. Now, you can see this as bullish, or you can see this as another venture-backed, greedy, money-hungry platform whose only care is about making more money. The more I dive into crypto, the more I realize the entire market is controlled by a very few wealthy entities like Paradigm. So much for decentralization. Red flag number 4 is people can buy their own keys to inflate their own value. Or they'll just have their friends buy their keys so that they pump up the price, and then once more people buy in, they dump all their keys on these people just to make a profit. Red flag number 5 is that Friend.Tech has no downloadable app. By avoiding creating an actual app that's available on the App Store or the Google Play Store, Friend.Tech has successfully avoided regulatory and internal app policies that protect users. Red flag number 6, as I mentioned earlier, Friend.Tech uses custodial wallets for their users. That means you don't control your money, they do. That means if their server were to get hacked, then you would potentially lose all of your funds. So if you are using Friend.Tech, I suggest getting your own self-custodial wallet and make sure to transfer any profits to your wallet. That way you're in control. Red flag number 7, I don't see a long-term incentive for the Friend.Tech platform. Like, what is their plan moving forward beyond the initial hype? Why do we need Friend.Tech to provide users with a paid alpha channel? Isn't that what Discord is for? Besides the initial opportunity to make money trading keys and maybe a few airdrops here and there, I don't see why Friend.Tech would continue to thrive moving forward. And red flag number 8, there is no way that non-crypto native people will use the Friend.Tech platform. The incentive isn't good enough and the barrier to entry is just too high. Even for someone who has experience using crypto, buying, selling, trading, whatever it may be, the whole base layer 2 thing is still pretty confusing. All that said, I could be completely wrong about where Friend.Tech is headed, but for me personally, it's not something that I'm going to invest any more of my time or money into. Also, if I see influencers praising something like Friend.Tech early on, I'm usually pretty turned off by that because most of the time, influencers are paid to promote this stuff, especially if it's a scam. But what do you think? Are you using Friend.Tech? Will it last? Let me know your honest thoughts and experiences in the comments. As always, thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.